The Biodiversity Assessment and Monitoring System for the Coastal and Marine Ecosystem is a set of guidelines on the standardized measures and methods for the assessment and monitoring of the coastal and marine ecosystem. Using these methods, field implementers and managers are able to identify the condition of the ecosystems, determine and assess the threats that contribute to the degradation of these ecosystems. The results are used to provide science-based management interventions to address issues and concerns on these habitats. BAMS is a tool to achieve the overall goal of CMEMP in identifying the condition of the coastal and marine ecosystems. The CMEMP, or Coastal and Marine Ecosystems Management Program, pursuant to DENR Administrative Order 2016-26, aims to achieve the effective management of the country's coastal and marine ecosystems, thereby increasing their ability to provide ecological goods and services to improve the quality of life of the coastal population, particularly ensuring food security, climate change resiliency, and disaster risk reduction. Maps are important in the assessment and monitoring activities to have an initial scope of the habitat and overview of its condition and extent. The use of a GIS or remote sense map is recommended. A Geographic Information System, or GIS, is designed to capture, manipulate, analyze, manage, and present all types of geographical data. The procedure in selecting sampling sites in NIPAS-MPAs is conducting image or visual interpretation of the features based on previous knowledge. Pre-mapping by overlaying the PA boundary using the import function and digitizing the habitat area. Ground truthing, the total area covered by each coastal and marine habitat. Randomly selecting the sampling sites using any random number generator such as FishNet in ArcGIS. The development of the GIS database is based on thematic components of coastal and marine biodiversity assessment and monitoring. Each GIS theme has its own set of attributes. The attribute table is generated from the assessment and monitoring process for the different habitats. The GIS database uses legends or symbology set by the Bureau. Mapping plays a vital role in analyzing and managing available geographical data of our coastal and marine habitats. These GIS maps and information are presented and integrated in the PA database. Water quality refers to the characteristics of water which define its use in terms of physical, chemical, biological, bacteriological, or radiological characteristics by which the acceptability of water is evaluated, as defined in RA 9275 of the Clean Water Act. Monitoring the water quality provides important information about the integrity of a body of water, supports decision-making on environmental issues, validates the effectiveness of our management initiatives in our protected areas, and alerts us of current, ongoing, and emerging problems. One of the expected outputs of CMEMP is the protection and conservation of the coastal and marine habitats, but also on ensuring that water quality is at optimum levels. Water quality sampling and monitoring stations are identified in the NIPAS Marine Protected Areas to correlate its assessment results to the overall condition of our coastal and marine habitats. A memorandum order requires coordination with EMB to assist regional offices in formulating a water quality monitoring plan and the water quality assessment and monitoring activities. The monitoring plan identifies the methodology, frequency, logistics, financial requirements, and analysis of the activity. Based on the Water Quality Guidelines and General Effluent Standards of 2016, there are 8 basic water quality parameters monitored in our NIPAS MPAs. Temperature, color, pH, DO or dissolved oxygen, nitrates, phosphates, TSS or total suspended solids, fecal coliform. Data for the parameters is collected using either a handheld water quality checker or by grab method, where water samples would be analyzed in a laboratory accredited or recommended by EMB. Sampling and monitoring stations are established within the multiple use and strict protection zones to ensure that the water quality, based on its classification, is at optimum levels. Within the multiple use zone, the number of sampling and monitoring stations will vary depending on the number of uses in that protected area, as indicated in the table of water classification. Another monitoring station is established in any river mouth present and draining to the protected area. This determines the impact of upstream activities to the marine environment. A minimum of 3 sites is recommended per monitoring station. The results of the water quality monitoring per protected area for 2 seasons must be submitted to BMB annually, following the report template provided in the CMEMP guidelines. Results and recommendations of the water quality assessment and monitoring must be integrated into the protected area management plan. Include a brief narrative discussion of probable causes of below optimum values with corresponding recommendations to address such issues. Modules 2 to 4 discuss the assessment and monitoring of the coastal and marine ecosystems, coral reefs and associated fish, seagrass beds, and mangrove forests. The results of the assessment and monitoring of coastal and marine habitats within the NIPAS MPAs provide the extent and condition of these ecosystems. The monitoring results provide field implementers and managers a tool to evaluate the effectiveness of their management interventions. As indicated in the CMEMP guidelines, regional offices and field implementers are required to use the provided report templates. Assessment and monitoring of the biodiversity of the coastal and marine ecosystem is an essential tool in identifying the best management strategies and interventions for our marine protected areas.